Hey guys, what's going on? It's Falling Caribou with the Falling Zoo, and today I've got some Assassin's Creed Unity gameplay to show you. I'm not really doing anything special. This is more of a commentary video, to be honest. I just felt like playing Assassin's Creed Unity. So this is on the PlayStation 4. If you guys, are debating if it's Xbox One or not, oh, the graphics are so great. It's definitely the PS4. So what I want to talk about today is, just Assassin's Creed stuff, where they're going with the story, I think a few weeks ago, it was leaked, some of the images that the new one's going to be in London. I think it's Victorian era London. I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know, leave comments below, let me know what you guys think about, that Assassin's Creed being in London. I know one of my friends is pretty PO'd. He's been pushing for that feudal Japan since the first one. He was like, what would make a great setting for this game? Feudal Japan. And lo and behold, however many games, 7 games I think? 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, the Black Flag. Yeah, this is 7, well, 8 if you count Rogue. And they still haven't done it. So he's kind of, for him Assassin's Creed is beyond saving. He's really not into it anymore. But I'm still into it because I like I'm a history buff. And I just like the fact that I can run around, Renaissance Italy, or Rome, or Istanbul, revolutionary America, or Paris for that matter, and just, kind of be there and see what it might have been like. That's why I keep playing them, is I'm just a history buff. But the story is kind of waning, to be honest, in the 2 most recent games. And the actual assassin stories have been pretty decent. I liked Arno's. It started off really strong, and then it kind of died down a little bit. But I like the love interest part of it. I was really into that, and I liked the ending too. I thought the ending was good. I liked the ending a lot. But the modern day setting story is not doing so hot. That's partially because they basically killed off their one main character, and they haven't even honestly touched on the old characters. They've made cameos, and you've done stuff for them, so you're obviously working for the assassins, but you don't know what is going on. And part of me wants to think that that's Ubisoft being clever and keeping us in the dark, just like the people working for Rebecca and Sean are. But part of me is like, Ubisoft really doesn't know what they're doing right now, in terms of modern day story. And I really think they're trying to almost reboot the series, because with this one especially, the creative director of Ubisoft, I was watching in an interview, he said, we want this one to be an Assassin's Creed game where, people new to the series can walk in and play it. And that was a big thing with the previous Assassin's Creed games, was if you wanted to know the story and actually know what was going on, you kind of had to play all of them. And I think Ubisoft is trying to get more people into it. They want to make the game more welcoming to newcomers. I think, I wouldn't know because I've played the series since it came out and since it started, but I think a lot of people who haven't played the series and want to get into it don't want to spend the time playing 6 or 7 or 8 games to get caught up. And I think Ubisoft is really trying to say, hey, you don't have to do that. You can just buy this and, you can just dive into the Assassin's Creed universe and you'll be fine. But the past 2 games have had a different feel and tone. This one kind of got back to the old tone of it, where it was, the revenge story, of course, which has been pretty much most of the Assassin's Creed games have been based on a revenge story of some degree. Whereas the bad guy wrongs you or kills your family or steals your girl, or something. And you go on a quest to kill him. That's basically the premise of every Assassin's Creed game they've put out. But I think they're making a conscious effort to bring in new fans, and I think that's a good thing, but also I think the story is suffering because of that. I don't know. Maybe they'll change it up with the new one, with the London one, um, which is going to come out, I'm assuming, 2015 holiday. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not yet. I haven't really been in the gaming loop. I haven't really looked anything up on it yet, because I've been playing a lot of Unity and a lot of Destiny too, to be honest. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Am I excited for the new one? Yes and no. Yeah, I just at this point I just really don't know where they're going with it. So I'm kind of along for the ride, I guess. I mean, I've invested 7 years of my life to playing these games. Why not stick around a little longer? I think I'm more interested to know how the series is going to end. Like, I'm assuming Abstergo is going to lose, but they kind of lost in 3. And originally, Ubisoft was going to end it at Assassin's Creed 3. And my friend came into class one day and he was like, "Hey man, they just announced 4 and here's the cover art." And I was like, "What?" I thought they were done. He was like, "No, they're making 4." And then Black Flag came out and I was like, "I guess they're not done." Which kind of caught me off guard. I really wasn't expecting another Assassin's Creed, and I thought 3 was a good ending. I thought it was a really good ending to a strong series that had been around for a while, and it was time to move on. And I almost still kind of feel that way after Black Flag and Unity. Don't get me wrong, they're great games. If you're a fan of the series, definitely invest in them. But I'm a little disappointed, I'd have to say, in terms of the direction, because it feels like there is none. The story has just taken a turn for the far-fetched, to be honest. It's like Abstergo, this mighty company who's, really trying to hunt these artifacts down. The Apple of Eden isn't even a thing anymore. And that was, like, they don't even explain, like, why they're not looking for that still. Like, I guess the whole Doomsday scenario didn't work out and they were using it for that, but why wouldn't they still be hunting these apples down? They control people's minds. That'd be great if you wanted to rule the world and you just point the apple and everyone would obey you. What's not to love about that? But now they're looking for mages, and I think 4 did a very poor job of setting up the new story arc, because it was basically Pirates Creed. It was not an Assassin's Creed game. It might have been in title, but in story it was most definitely not. And I did love the characters in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I love the gameplay, I love the characters. The story was good, but it didn't do anything for Assassin's Creed as a whole. And Unity is kind of in that same boat. I feel like Assassin's Creed is in those awkward teenage years right now, where it's an older series, they're trying to bring more people in, they're trying to revive it almost. And so there's a lull in the story. This is what I want to believe, I don't want to believe that Ubisoft has no idea what they're doing. They're just turning out games for money, which they might be, and they probably are because these things are cash cows. But I think there's just a lull in the story so people can get caught up and get, okay, here I am, let's go, I'm a new fan, let's proceed with the storyline. That's what I'm hoping. I'm also hoping for an Assassin's Creed Japan, but that may or may not happen, so we'll see. And about that, Assassin's Creed Japan, I am totally on board with every other fan of the series saying yes, there needs to be an Assassin's Creed Japan. It needs to happen, and it needs to happen soon. It could be the worst Assassin's Creed game ever, and it would still make its money 10 times over because it's in Japan. And Ubisoft, they do listen to the fans, they put the co-op in, but I really think they just need to sit down and end the game with feudal Japan, That's my opinion, that's what I think. Like, subscribe, comment what you think, what you want to see in the next Assassin's Creed, what you want to see in the future of the franchise. This is Falling Caribou, and thanks for watching.